Hey best friends, my name is Crystal Adama, blogger of crystaladama.com, as well as founder of the best brand ever, Millennial Influence. So when you're done watching this video, I need you guys to go check out my website as well as check out Millennial Influence. I promise you there are some dope sites, so just check it out when you're done watching this video. So what I noticed with the current state of the culture is that a lot of people, we like to be on Instagram, we like to look like we're fancy, but nobody wants to talk about money. So with this video, I really want to be honest, and I hope to bring awareness to a lot of people's financial situation by being honest and open with my financial situation. So I encourage you to listen, but I also do encourage you to make sure your stuff is decent after you finish watching this video. So the title of this video was that Chase tricked me. And ultimately, they did, but I just want to explain my background for a minute so you kind of understand where I'm coming from. So, my name is Crystal Adama. I'm a recent graduate from the University of Illinois from Chicago. I got my public health degree with a sociology minor. After that, I was promised, my boss told me that I was going to be able to stay the whole summer. Therefore, I can find a job. But her boss told her that graduates, they can't work over the summer, that their last day was on May 19th. And I was like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? So I didn't have a job for a month, but luckily that department hired me as an extra help worker, and that's what I'm currently doing right now. So right now I can only work 900 hours in this position while I'm currently looking for other jobs. So they have one of two options. They can either hire me full-time, or two, they can either just let me go, or another option for me, I hopefully can find a job that's full-time in the process of me working this temporary position for this role. Mind you, I have worked 500 and something hours, so hopefully a job comes calling, a full-time job comes calling quickly, if you understand what I'm saying. Okay, so basically with that, with my credit card with Chase, I had a big balance before. I ended up paying it off, and then I got another big balance. So I had about I don't even know how, sometimes you just don't even know how you rack up this much. I pay every month and you just still have a big balance. But you know what, when I explain it, it's probably going to bring some more understanding to why I had a big balance. So I need you guys to stick with me. So Chase tricked me. So while I was and I looked at so I guess I have to take some fault too, because I do have to take personal responsibility. I was not on top of my finances as I should have, but I also do believe that Chase is out here finessing and stealing from people. So I looked at my bill before, and I noticed that there was a big interest amount, and I was like, what is going on? I should have called them right then, and I should have got more clarity, but I pushed it off. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna do it later. So I pay my bills every month, and then every time I call, they're always like, oh, your minimum balance due is $100. Now, for example, if you have a $2,000 balance, $100 is a lot, because before I was paying $25. So now they're telling me my minimum balance is $100, and usually when they say that, it's because you have a late payment from the month before. But that wasn't happening to me. It always says you have $100 balance, you have $100 balance, and then sometimes it'll be like you have a $70-something balance. I'm like, okay, let me call a representative. I'm sick of talking to this automated system. Let me call them to see what's up and what's really good with my financial situation. So after I finished talking to the lady, what I found out that Chase was doing, so basically every month, okay, so I'm kind of like a latecomer. So I would pay on the 18th when my payment is due. But if you pay on the 18th, it's gonna put in the system that you paid it late. But while they charge you that extra fee, if you pay on the 18th, they're gonna refund you that amount. So really, my minimum balance due, if I was to pay on the 17th of the month, would be $70-something, which is still expensive. So what I found out that it was doing is that $53 was going to interest, while $20-something was going to my actual bill due. Now, if you guys think about this, because I was trying to understand, I'm paying my bill every month. Why isn't my balance going down? I've been paying, I should at least you know, be in the thousands. Why isn't my bill down? So I'm like, okay, so I'm asking questions, and when I'm finding out, yeah, your interest is $52 and you're actually paying 20 something dollars to your balance, I'm mind boggled. And I hope you guys are understanding why somebody would be mind boggled. Think about it. You have a 2,000 and something dollar balance on a card. They're requiring you to pay $76 or whatever. $52 is going straight to Chase. 20 something dollars of the 70 something dollars that you paid is only going to that balance. So all in all, when are you actually going to finish paying this? When are you actually going to finish paying this? You're not. They're going to keep on charging you unless, and the lady was like, oh, well, you can make a bigger bill. Sis, I've been making a bigger bill. Like $76. Recent college graduate, that's not cheap. Okay, especially if I'm not in a full-time role, like, you know. So I'm putting down coins to pay off this bill, and only 20 something dollars is going to the overall bill, while $52 is going to Chase. So you know what, I said, you know what, I can't live like this. I'm not going to subject myself to this. So what I did, I said, okay, Chase, is there any way you can lower the APR, which is like the interest rate of my credit? She looked into the system. She said there's no way that they can lower it. Sometimes when you, let me put you guys to game. Sometimes if you guys are with a credit card for a long period of time, you can call them and be like, is there any way you can lower your APR? And then they will lower it. I did it before. I did it for multiple credit cards that I had, and they actually lowered the interest rate, or the APR rate, and they extended the credit line just to put you onto some game. So I know you guys, and even I didn't even plan this, but this is actually perfect. It's literally on my bed. So I'm gonna hide my address, but this is mail that I got. So this specifically is from Wells Fargo, but I didn't use this company to do what I did. So it says the APR balance or rate is gonna be a 0% for 15 months with a 0 annual fee. Now I know a lot of people, and me too, I was getting a lot of these emails from a lot of different banks. I'm like, okay, you know what, if Chase is acting up, they're acting up. I gotta change. I gotta do a bank or balance transfer to another credit card because they allow it. So what I did, I looked at all the mails that I had in my house. I said, okay, who is gonna offer me the lowest APR interest after the 15 or 18 months is done? Because a lot of the mail says that you won't get interest rates for 15 to 18 months, meaning that if I pay my balance, I'm strictly going to be paying it towards what I owe. And after the 15 or 18 months, let's say I didn't finish paying my balance, instead of having a high interest rate, I'm going to have a lower. So what I did, I looked at how many months I'm going to be balance free, as well as have a lowest interest rate. I hope that makes sense. I hope that really makes sense. So after looking through my mail to see which one was the best offer, I came and saw Bank of America. So Bank of America offered me 18 months with no interest, $0 of annual fees. After the 18 months is done, when I start paying, I'm going to be paying I think a 14.99% APR. So that's extremely lower than what I was paying before. Chase was charging me at 24%. By switching it to Bank of America, they're paying me, or I'm not paying me, but they're offering me a 14.9%. 14.99%. That's extremely low on interest rates. So what I did was, and luckily Bank of America, they had a $0 transfer fee, and you can, well, for my specific situation, you can only make the transfer in a certain amount of, like, I think 90 days. So you guys have to be aware with transferring and how much it costs if they do charge you, if you're trying to do what I did. So what I did that same night, I called Bank of America. I could have did it online. I could have filled a form. I said, nah, not today. I need to talk to somebody and figure out my financial situation, because I feel like a lot of times we're so just relaxed on money. We just let anything happen to us, and we just can't. We have to be on top of our coins. We have to be smart about this, because who's gonna check us? Who's gonna help us if we're not on top of it? If we're not the ones making the initiative, we're just gonna fall by the waistline. We're just gonna keep on these corporations more money, making them more rich, while we're putting ourselves in more debt. So we need to get ourselves together. So I called Bank of America and I said, am I still okay? Truthfully, in the offer, it expired. It said it expired next month. But sometimes you just gotta ask. And I said, you know, you guys send me this mail. Is the deal still on for me? Can I still take advantage of it? They're like, yes, we can do it right now. I said, sis, cool, or whatever. So we set up that credit card. I qualified. I had I think a $5,000 minimum, well, $5,000 credit limit. On top of that, like I said, $0 for a transfer. So they said, do you want to make a transfer tonight? I said, you sure I do? Yes, I do want to make it tonight. Yes, I do want to make it tonight. So what I did the bank transfer. So now everything should be on Bank of America's new credit card that I'm getting right now, which I'm super duper excited for. So now I have the plan where I finish paying my bills in 18 months so that I can avoid any interest rates. But I know that if I put $70, if I put $50, if I put $20, at least for these 18 months, is going to go to my overall balance, meaning that I can pay off what I owe. So I'm so happy that I was able to be vigilant and I was able to do it at that moment. I wish I could have did it earlier because that would have saved me on a couple of $100. But you know what? Better late than never. So I hope that this applies to you guys as well. So now I'm good with that financial situation. Now to even segue into another part. I know it's getting long, but y'all, this is by me being honest and vulnerable with you guys. I hope you guys are learning stuff and you guys are able to check your own financial situations. So the next thing is with loans. So like I said, I'm a recent graduate from the University of Illinois at Chicago with a public health degree. Okay. Took me 5 years, but I got it. Period. So I got a subsidized loan. So subsidized means, from my understanding, is that you won't, well, from what I thought, is that you wouldn't get interest rates in school. So let's say, well, for me, let's be real, I took out I took out $35,000 for school. So when I took that amount, I was under the impression that during school, as well as 6 months after, that I won't be charged interest rates. I was totally wrong. So basically, I was right about during school, I won't be charged the interest rates. I wasn't charged the interest rates during school, but I was charged interest rates as soon as I graduated. Literally the day after. I graduated May 12, 2018. I talked to the lady. Yes, I called Greater Lakes. I called them to see what's good and what's up with my account because I had to make sure everything was good because I got to pay these bills off. I can't be in debt my whole life. So I called them and she said that they started charging interest on your account from May 13th. It's like, sis, I just graduated. Y'all can't even wait a week. Like, so basically what I found out is that, like I said, they started charging interest rates on May 13th. But since May, I've accumulated $62 of interest rates. So though I'm in this grace period, meaning that they're not like saying, yo, you have to pay, I can if I want to, but they're not like, you know, beating me down to pay it. But interest is still accumulated after graduation. So that is currently my motto. And I asked them what the rate was, and it was 3.98. So that's even more extremely low than Chase, than Bank of America. Even I was talking to my mom, and she said that when she graduated university, her rate of loans, whatever, was like a 10 point something. So a 3 point something, that's really decent. So I'm completely happy that it's really low. So they said that my first payment can be in December, or has to be in December, but I can pay now if I want to. I'm probably gonna wait until December, child, because but the plan is in my head on how I'm gonna do it. So, and she said that if I pay $50, that is going to take me 6 years. I said the devil is a lie. I'm not going to pay $50 every month so that I can have this $3,500 on my, excuse me not. So So basically I'm gonna have to figure it out where I can put down $200, $300. Christmas is coming up, so maybe instead of buying myself something new, haven't went shopping in a while, sis, let me put it to my loan. If I get, let's say if I get $500 for Christmas, which I probably won't, but if I do, put it to the loans, because I know some of you guys probably will. You guys probably will get that amount. So y'all got to do what you got to do to get your loans paid off. So I talked about my background. I talked about Chase thieving self. I talked about Bank of America, and I talked about my loan. So I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to talk about. I still have a credit card from Discovery. I still have a credit card from Chase. Now I have a credit card from Bank of America. I have one from Barclaycard. So though I'm not spending it and swiping it in abundance, I'm still going to be using it to show that my account is active and so that my credit score can continue to grow. So just because you, let's say, don't want to mainly depend on one credit card for the long run doesn't mean that you have to eliminate using it, because if you stop using it after some time, they're going to say like, yo, she's not using her stuff, and cancel your account. And if they cancel your account, that's bad, because that means they're also canceling the good history that they have with them. That's why so I had, like, you guys know I have Millennial Influence, and the second event that we did was like Young and Wealthy, and I had like a credit person come in. She was saying that a lot of people think that canceling a credit card once you pay it off, that's good, and she said in all actuality that's bad, because you're canceling the good history. So just be aware of that. So what I'm planning on doing in my situation is buying gas, swiping it to buy gas, buying buying groceries, and then coming back home and then paying it off, so that they can see like, yo, she's actually using her card, you know, she's doing what she got to do. And yeah, that's what I'm doing. Also, if you guys want to know about my credit score, I'm not gonna tell you the numbers, because I feel like, you know, that's a little too much, right? I don't know, but I am in the 700 club, so I am happy that I do have a really good credit score. But I do want to eventually get in the 800 club, sis. That's where wealthy people live at. The 800 club. That's where financial smart people as well as financial literate people live at, the 800 club. So I'm trying to get to the 800 club. Okay, so I hope this video helps you guys. I hope by me being open and me being vulnerable with my situation, it can help you to better your own finances and just pay more attention with what you got going on. Just be aware when you're getting credit cards of the is the APR rate. Be aware of if they have an annual fee that you have to pay. Be aware of, you know, just be aware of a lot of things. Be aware of a lot of things. And a lot of times we are scared to talk about money because we don't have it. But if you are in, like, if you don't have enough cash to pay off your bills, the people that are on these credit cards, they're extremely nice. They always also look for situations or compromises to help you pay your bills. So just be open with them instead of hiding. I know hiding is easier, but just go to them and ask them, what can you do with the money that you have? So I hope that this helps. Hope this encourages you guys. And I know that you guys can get your financial situations together, because we have other stuff to buy. We don't need to be paying these corporations. We need to be putting it in our savings account and actually making investments for the future. So I'm gonna stop rambling on. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, definitely subscribe. Definitely comment what you learned. Comment what you're going through. Like, tell your grandbabies, tell your friends. Ooh, tell your friends about this video so they can be more aware with their financial situations. Share it. Also, don't forget about crystaladama.com as well as millennialinfluence.co. I promise you, those sites are the bomb. Yeah, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, best friends.